Alright, so we're back with another episode of the Downhill Rally Course. The first vehicle up is an all-wheel steering version of the older Pessima. So yes, it is just a family car. However, as you can see me turning the wheel here, the back wheels are also turning. What this means is it makes the car very awkward to drive because ordinarily the back wheels stay in their positions and they just roll along, and you only have to deal with whether it's front wheel drive, all wheel drive, or rear wheel drive. That's an easy thing to augment your driving for. But when the back wheels are also steering, it gets incredibly odd due to the fact that suddenly you have a different force acting. So I was a little, tripped up with the sudden extra steering. Though it didn't go too bad. You can see here on the first run, I managed to get a good way down the course without too much trouble. And you can see those back wheels really turning, giving the car good turn-in. So it's a fantastic thing once you get used to it. But it's so strange when you're in certain situations and you expect the cars to kind of turn a little less or understeer more because it is a front-wheel drive car. So I'm expecting a lot more understeer, but because the back is also turning, it gives it this strange sensation of, well, maybe I can take more speed. So you can see I kind of went a little exploring here, said, let's see how much further I can go. Maybe thinking this first run might be a good finish. Of course, I would have done it again, considering we did go way off course, but I was just curious to see how well it would handle the dirt mostly, and I totally failed and immediately ate a rock. Yeah, doesn't do very good for finding out how good it is on dirt. And it's not coming off that rock. There is no way. But yeah, overall, all three of the vehicles were actually surprisingly good. Again, because I was expecting the car to turn more at this point, due to the fact that the back is making it go, I didn't slow down enough. Here we go. Hadn't had this problem yet. Ran the side of the bridge, did a little bit of a spin. Kind of a very boring accident, but a failure nevertheless. Yeah, but the back tire did end up getting shredded there, and it was kind of hooked up a little bit. But it would pull off, so I was curious. Let's see how good it was actually still running. And the front wheels are pretty bent up, and when I floored it, it just decided to hit the bridge again. The Rock of Doom there, claiming another car. Very violent spin coming out of there. The car really wasn't bad, but I was just trying to push it more and more and more, and considering it could turn really sharp, I thought it was going to be fine. Managed to get it onto the dirt. Find out it almost feels like a really good rally car, but then I didn't turn out of the tree's way, and tree says stop. Again, tree's going to make you stop. There's no arguing with a tree. But like I said, not too many runs. It really wasn't that bad of a car. Just trying to get used to how quickly it can turn, considering the fact that it is a front-wheel drive car. It doesn't have a ton of power. It almost felt like a rally car in some aspects because it almost felt like it was drifting. It wasn't, but it could definitely get moving. Decided to have a little bit of fun running over the corner, I guess. But I really wanted this to be the run that made it. Unfortunately, it was. But that was just really funny. As I did it, I thought I was going straight into the middle, but it didn't go in. So continue down the road, getting up to 96 here, having to get on the brakes to slow it down enough, but still managing to carry a good amount of speed in through this corner. And once I got it slowed down, it was really good. Those back wheels really gave the car amazing turning forces. And then you can get right onto the bridge and continue going. Then we come up to the dirt here, and once you get it slowed down, you don't eat rocks, you get onto the dirt pretty well. For whatever reason, this run, I ended up a little bit out wide, though. It didn't really slow the car down too much, aside from, being 10 miles an hour. But I thought, hey, it's okay. It pulled itself out, no problem. And again, across the dirt it goes. Feeling really good. I mean, this is up there with a lot of the faster cars on the dirt part. I mean, if you're hitting 50, 51, you're definitely doing good. We hit the water and the car acts like a boat, just skiing right across. And then again, showing the fact that it almost felt like a rally car as I'm like sliding it up to the turn. I was really trying to push this car hard because it felt like it could just do so much more. And it was just so stable overall. I mean, some of the properties of it being a front-wheel drive car after all, but, across the line. And then, due to how good the car did feel, decided, no damage. I thought something might have gotten scraped up going off the trail a little bit. Let's do some front-wheel drive donut just for a little bit of fun. And you can see those back wheels. They still weird me out every time I see them because the back wheels should not turn unless it's a forklift, but then the fronts don't turn. It's a little different. The second vehicle here, I decided to take the Baja Piccolino down the course. A very, very interesting vehicle. You can see it's lifted up. It's got full Baja suspension and everything. And the car was really cool. The Piccolino is one car, though, that it has a very distinct issue, and that's the fact that it's a short wheelie. Which means, unlike some other vehicles, it will, turn too sharp, and it's very hard to catch. Also, the Piccolino does have an issue with its engine where it will over-rev, kind of like muscle cars and the T75. It'll over-rev, damage the engine, and then you're not going to get the best out of it. I was trying to see how, robust it was, but it could take some damage, just not in some ways. Had, this run, I got all the way down here, tried to run across the dirt. It's a Baja vehicle, ended up flipping and ending up on a rock. I was, again, I'm always trying to push every car to its limits, and this is no different. And it felt really good when you got it right. The car could just do whatever. It's really bent up there on the front, though, and no amount of good driving is going to get beyond that. That sign apparently is not solid, by the way. Again, clipped a thing, did some damage, it wasn't going to drive properly anymore. Coming down here, Rock of Doom has to claim every car. Yanked the tire right out. At first I wasn't even sure if it actually took the tire, but then upon, seeing it tumbling, I realized it took 2 of the tires, and it wasn't going to happen. Again, I could get in the inside, and it just decided to roll. It being a Baja version, it means it's a little bit lifted up. higher center of gravity. You get it just wrong, and it's going to go for a tumble. And it didn't look too bad, so I wanted to get it over on the dirt, see how it would really perform, but due to how weird the back end is, it just didn't really want to play well at low speed. As you can see, it's kind of pulling the car all over the place. And another tumble for good measure, because, you know, if we're gonna wreck it, let's really wreck it, right? Here we come in here. I tried to get the car to turn. It didn't exactly stop turning and ended up through the bridge. The car overall's not too bad, but the top was definitely a little bit warped at that point. But again, just like the all-wheel steering Pessima, the Baja Piccolino, too many P's in this, didn't really take too many runs. See, like, when you get the vehicle going just right, it does feel good. And I was able to be flooring it most of the time. You can see down there in the corner. The brakes were also very good, assuming you didn't do something stupid like lock them up, of course. But they had a good amount of like resistance. They didn't lock up immediately upon pressing them, which made it much better to drive. And yeah, it felt so good when you got it right. You know, we're only got around 80s coming up here, so we're not quite as fast as something like the hill climb car or even the Pessima, but it wasn't bad, and it was able to take a decent amount of speed coming through here. You can see that suspension really dipping in as it's taking all those G's. We run down the straight bridge here. And this is the part that I was really excited for, is getting it down onto this dirt, because this is where the car should excel, theoretically. And it kind of did, except for the fact that it also was a lot more spikey on the dirt. Like, it took this corner really fine, so I was excited to get it going. And it actually, it didn't, the reason it couldn't get up to the same speed as some of the other vehicles is because it only has, well, it has less gears. I ran out of gears before. Here you can see it slipped out on me and went a little bit wide. I thought we were clipping the tree, but instead we ran a little wide into the water. The Baja has enough ride height. The water didn't phase it. Ended up going, you know, to inside on that corner. Baja had no problem cutting the corner. So overall, like, it could kind of get away with a little bit of cheating. But coming up this hill, then it went a little bit slidey. Overall, it was kind of fun to drive, and then you got it across the line where it hits the building. Really fun car, but definitely a little bit tricky at first. Really, you have to just be careful with overrevving the engine, because if you overrev the engine, you're going to destroy it. The car's not going to run as well, and it's just going to be the end of everything. But probably one of my favorite Baja rally type cars at this point, just because of how much fun it could be. The third vehicle we have for this round is a bus. That's right, a bus. I thought the big rig was so great that we decided, why not have a bus? Except you can see where the mouse was moving around. There might be something a little strange about this bus. That's right, if you see the little letters, it says JATO. There are rockets on this bus, and a cape, because why not? For those of you that play BeamNG, you'll know this is the hero. For everyone else, it's a bus with rockets. And yes, they work. buses are not meant to go the amount of speed that this can achieve. And my biggest concern with this was, well, am I going to be traveling too fast in most of the corners? And then my second concern was, will the bus slow down? Well, for the most part, it actually wasn't too bad. You could control whether the rockets were on or off depending on how far in you pressed the accelerator. However, the brakes, well, they can stop a bus. I mean, they're designed to stop the amount of weight that the bus is carrying. You can see the bus jumps up way faster than a lot of other vehicles. Mostly due to the rocket. You can see here, more rocket deployment, and this is just the first run. It actually only took 3 runs with the bus to get it through. You can see it drifting a little bit here and there. The back wants to slide out because of the bus going stupid speeds. You know, flying up here, have to get on the brakes. It was at this point where the brakes started to really get cooked. And I didn't know this until a little bit later, where you see, I turn in, real excited, like I've got this far already of a first run with a rocket-assisted bus. This sounds great. Didn't pay attention to the fact that the damage warning is up. Get the bus up over 101, and, well, it just doesn't quite want to stop. Then I ate a rock. That's right. I'm really good at eating rocks with vehicles. And the bus is no different. But the bus actually was able to back up off of the rock. This is a really durable vehicle. I will say, like, it's probably one of the most durable vehicles in the game. Just overall, it's stupid how much this thing can take. Again, coming up through here, ended up over 107, and the brakes were just, they were not having it. So I threw it off, hoping I could maybe get it turned. No, it just bent the bus. You'll see, I'm trying to get the bus off, and it's just not moving. I tried for a good minute, and it wouldn't move at all. But the third run, went out, scored, not really that hard. I really was surprised that I could get it through the whole road section as easy as I could. Like, the bus aspect of it allows it to turn pretty well and stop really well, which is all incredibly important. You know, big slide from the bus. I thought I was going to clip the bridge there, but it didn't. A little bit of a rocket shot up to the hairpin. And really, the rockets didn't impact the bus itself that much. But yeah, all it did was allow the bus to actually accelerate, like no bus should ever do. You can see it, it's just cape wavering in the wind. And it could just get so much speed. Also, apparently those buses come with AWS, so that's probably another helping factor or hurting factor. I'm not sure. Would the AWS not being there have made them not hook? Maybe something to try for. But anyway, again, you know the brakes are being cooked at this point because the damage meter has come up and it's staying there. Running it down, not getting up over 100 this time because I want to make sure the bus can get slowed down and turned in, and I did it just right to where it was still moving pretty good, over 10 miles an hour as we hit the dirt. Now I was really excited because, well, I have a rocket-powered bus, or rocket-assisted bus, I should say, on a dirt track. How great could this go? well, as long as you're not ridiculously stupid with it. It actually works quite well. I mean, you can see it's powering along. It's only going, I'm only going 40 with it because otherwise the rockets would have it straight into the cliffside. But overall, I mean, it did really good. And I'm using the rockets throughout. Hits the water, no real problem with the water. Again, it's a bus. You need a lot more than just some water to stop it. Now, unlike our far too heavy big rig from last week, the bus, no problem climbing the dirt hill. Thank goodness. If I had another DNF this quick, I would have just chosen another vehicle. And it flies across the line. The rockets are actually out of fuel at this point. And it hooks itself on a bus stop. How fitting that the rocket-assisted bus ends up stuck on a rusted-out bus stop. I actually tried to get it off. The engine was still working, but nothing else was. So that just, yeah, it was stuck there. Definitely had a lot of fun driving the bus, though. All three vehicles, though, I was really surprised that I didn't struggle that much with any of them. A lot of times I'll end up with 20, 30 minutes of time. Not for this case. The times here, we've got the Baja Piccolino putting in the fastest of the three with a 2:37.44, the all-wheel steering Pessima with a 2:41.20, and the Hero bus being at a 3:08.85. Sadly, none of them were able to compete with some of our faster vehicles, but also none of them were slower than a trash can or a DNF truck. But with that, I guess we are done for this episode, and I'll see you all next time.